yesterday's appearance on this program, a former secretary to the government of the Federation, Mr. Babache Lawa, several reactions have continued to trail his comments. Some members of a group of Northern Christians in the All Progressives Congress, APC, have distanced themselves from the endorsement of Mr. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, by Mr. Babache Lawa. The group is led by Mr. Babache Lawa and a former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Yakubu Dogara. But in a statement, 8 members of that group said Mr. Lawa spoke for himself, adding that a collective decision will be announced soon. Why the choice of Peter Obi specifically?
First of all, we are politicians and we are realists. I told you that we want to support a political party that has the potential to win and potential to rule. And then to address all the other dynamics of the society. What are these dynamics? I've narrated one. Marginalization. There's insecurity. A cry of all inclusiveness. So you look at it, there are only 4 political parties that are worth our discussion. And we've discussed with them, except, as I said, you are a big friend, the APC, the big party. So, and they have all shown a good inclination. Kwankwaso is a good material for presidency, for example. We discussed with him, but we looked at his system, the tendency, the chances of winning the election based on our parameters is very small. We looked at the Labour Party. We think the chances are very, very big. And we think that a government run by Peter Obi and Deti will give Nigeria the desired peace. In fact, it will win us from this oligarch.
Did you get any commitment from Peter Obi before making your decision?
Look, we don't need a commitment. The issue is very simple. If you go to every Christian village in Nigeria, they will tell you, there might be no candidate for the other political post, but they will tell you we are doing Peter Obi.
That was an excerpt from the program of yesterday. Let's get some reactions now from one of the chieftains of the APC from the northeastern region of the country. I'm being joined by a former commissioner in Adamawa State, Mr. Ahmed Sajo. Thank you so much indeed for coming tonight.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Why are you laughing?
Well, anyway.
You're amused by that?
Yeah, I'm amused.
What is he amusing, actually?
Yeah, it is.
Why
I have tremendous respect for Babache Lawa. I see him as an elder and I see him as a leader. I respect him. But you see, sometimes when people are talking from emotions and not from facts, you get amused. The whole thing about politics is about electoral value. It's not about assurances in the media like this. In 2015, Babache Lawa was the national vice chairman APC for the Northeast. Mind you, the Northeast is predominantly Muslim. If it were in consideration of religion.
Is it so?
Yeah, it is.
It is a fact that
it's a fact. We have 6 states. We have 6 states.
Yes.
Borno, Yobe, Bauchi, and Gombe are all predominantly Muslim. Even if you give Taraba and Adamawa some 50-50 or thereabout. So, but if it had come to religion, Babache would not have been our representative. But that never was the consideration. He was considered on that. While he was national vice chairman APC, his own village of Kwambla is almost nearly 100% Christian. And he is a Christian. He's a Christian leader. And the ticket at that time was not a Muslim ticket. But we lost his polling unit, we lost his ward, we lost his local government. So, but was that on account of a Muslim ticket? Now, I come from the same state with him. My local government borders his own local government. We're both, you know.
Did you win your polling unit and your ward? Or you lost it too?
We won. We won.
In your
That's
local
one.
government?
Two. Wait. My local government is 90% Muslim. We've elected Christians as chairman twice. Presently, the candidate for House of Assembly in my local government is a Christian. We have not used religion in determining capacity.
Is it, I mean,
so this one they are introducing.
Can you invalidate some of the things that he said about the fact that the Christians in the northern region of the country have not really been given the opportunity, politically speaking?
I don't know what he is trying to say. I come from Adamawa State, and I know that in the population within Adamawa, we are almost 50-50 Muslim Christians. That's why anybody can, he's saying Adamawa is a Christian state, is a fallacy. We're almost 50-50, and we've lived harmoniously. But if you go to Adamawa, for example, the civil service in Adamawa State is more than 70% Christian. Reason, of course, is that the Christians through the missionaries had opportunities for early education much more than the Muslim population. And in most states in northern Nigeria, and perhaps maybe in the country, the Christians have greater advantages when it comes to opportunities for education. And nobody has said, I heard him saying they don't promote them and the rest. I don't believe this is true, but he has served as SGF for almost 2.5 years. Let him come out with figures of what he did in respect of the marginalization he is talking about presently. We cannot, when we are in position of responsibility, or if we are dining and whining with the powers that be, pretend we hold a certain position, and when we are out and dry, we hold a different position.
So you're saying that there is nothing as marginalization of Christians in the North?
I don't know what you mean by marginalization.
I mean, you heard him clearly. I'm asking based on what he said.
Let me tell you.
He has said, Mr. Sajo,
yes,
that Muslims have been marginalized in the northern region of the country.
And they've been pushed,
Christians rather, that Christians have been marginalized in the northern region of the country. And he went further to say, look, that they have been pushed to the back seat when it comes to appointment and political recognitions.
I don't know where he got where is statistics.
He made an example. He gave an example.
Okay, what example?
And he gave an example of vice chancellors of the northern universities.
And he mentioned Ahmadu Bello University.
And mentioned Ahmadu Bello and several other universities in the north.
Wait, Dr. Alexander.
Just a moment. Let me land on that one. And he said, hardly would you find a Christian from the north heading any of those institutions.
That's what I'm saying. Dr. Alexander was the first vice chancellor of ABU. Ishaya Audu was a vice chancellor of ABU. Daniel Sao, who is a TIV, was a vice chancellor of ABU. I come from, he said, polytechnics, the same. I come from Mubi. There's a federal polytechnic in Mubi. Mr. Akpan was our rector. Engineer Odegu was our rector. What is he saying? I am saying, bring the facts on table. And let me put it this way. I am still asking him, when he was the SGF, who and what did he do about it? How many people were appointed directly under his own office? What did he do about it? Look, I remember when he was made the SGF, during the service at Equa Church, he mentioned that it was not northern Muslims that made him SGF. It was southern people. Tinubu mentioned Baba Akonde. But don't forget the president that had the prerogative to make him SGF was a northern Muslim. So sometimes when we get too emotional, we make statements that we cannot naturally defend.
Let's take another point that he made.
Okay.
And I'd like to ask you very quick questions, which will get me into another. And the first being that, is it fact that Christians are minority in the North?
In terms of population numbers? Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Is it also fact that Christians are more vulnerable based on their population politically in the North?
I don't know what that means, actually. I don't know what that means. Because if Babachir can be SGF, after him, Boss Mustafa, another northern Christian, can be SGF. I don't know what
in terms of voting presence and voting capacity and presence in the North, are Christians recognized as a force in the North, in your party?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm giving, is it not in my party that Baba Chir was made SGF? Is it not in my party that Boss Mustafa is now SGF? Are they not Northern Christians? Is it not in my party?
Do their votes,
coming, sir.
Did their votes carry weight?
It did. Is it not in my party that Dogara was Speaker of the House of Reps? I mean, you think that if they were marginalized, they will arrive at that level? Remember, David Mark was Senate President for how long? Is he not a Northern Christian? I mean, if they were marginalized, would he have been, the Senate President? Don't forget, at a certain point in time, David Mark was the Senate President. Ekwere Madu, a Southern Christian, was the Deputy President.
Angry with the Muslim ticket of your party in the North?
I don't think so. I don't think so. But
do you think it will harm your party in any way?
There are people who are emotional, like Baba Chir Lawal. You cannot excuse them. You cannot say they shouldn't exist within our region. But they are there. But that does not mean that, that does not mean that politically we have marginalized our brothers. Who I told you now, my local government is 90% Muslim. Go and find out. Our candidate for House of Assembly is a Christian. We don't see him as a Christian. We see him as our brother. We see him as a capable person. We see him as somebody that can deliver. That's all we see.
Listen to this, Mr. Sajo.
Yes, sir.
Surely, these are the words of Mr. Babachir Lawal.
Yeah.
APC's same faith ticket is intended to shame Christians and bestow on them and their religion a second-class socio-political status in their own country. Those are the words of Mr. Babachir Lawal.
Those are his words. He's entitled to his words, but it's not true.
Can you invalidate them with more facts?
Yeah, I will.
Go ahead, please.
Northerners, Christians and Muslims, like all other Nigerians, are concerned with their lives and livelihoods. And that the disasters that we go through does not choose. That the difficulties we encounter as human beings in our does not have a religious face. Nobody goes to the market to say, because I'm a Muslim, I must buy from a Muslim. Nobody goes to the hospital and says, because I'm a Christian, I must be treated by a Christian. We're all looking for people who will make our lives better. And that is the bottom line. Those that are playing religious politics, I am asking, what have they done to better the lot, the lives of the Christians, in fact, within their families?
Morally speaking, is it right to ignore a religion on a particular ballot?
Morally? Mm-hmm. There's nothing like ignoring a particular religion.
Because it does look like that is the grievance of some. I mean, if not, I'm not sure the group of Northern APC Christians would have come together anyways.
Look, Sean, let me ask you. There are states in this country where we have Muslims and Christians cohabiting in those states. When they have a governorship ticket of Christian or Muslim, have the people, is there any moral question in that? We've been electing these tickets over and over. And in any case, you cannot show me one state in Nigeria where you have a homogeneous 100% people of one religion. But there are states in this country where we have Muslim tickets for governor and deputy. We have Christian tickets as for governor and deputy. We're not looking at it.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
If there was an APC Christian ticket, would the North vote for such a ticket?
Postulation, I don't know, but I believe that if there is a Christian credible ticket, I will vote for it.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you're pointing out realities in your region of the country.
No, in the country
I'm asking
itself.
You that if you say that the reality is that, well, nobody cares about Christian or Muslim or religion in the northern region of the country. So I'm asking you, let's flip the page. There is this conversation because there was a Muslim ticket.
Yeah.
What if it was a Christian ticket? In some part of the South, it may not mean anything. But in the northern region of the country, where you were born, where you were raised, and where you have lived and worked, would a Christian ticket fly for the people of the North?
Well, I have an answer to that. Before we went into this politics, there was a micro-politics within the military in determining the leaders. Have we not had the Christian leadership in this country? Did the country come down? Did anything happen to the country? Did anybody even, go to die because of that?
You know the reason why some people are raising this matter?
Yeah.
Because they feel, the same reason why people think, the Southerners think that it is the turn of the South to have a president. Same way, some people think that there should be some balancing when it comes to the issue of same faith or faith issues on the ticket, on the ballot.
And let me also drop this one to you. We've had a situation where everybody was given an opportunity to produce a candidate in an electoral system that represents the best possible nomination process we could do under the political setup. Why would people reject people of their faith and elect another person, and they turn around and say, we don't like somebody of our faith?
All right. Babachi Lawal said your party will be punished for that decision. Do you have the fear that there is a likelihood of that anger in some Christians in the northern region of the country to vote against your party because of what they have said called the ignoring the Christian faith on the ballot? Well, you're a politician.
Yeah, I'm a politician.
Do you think that that is a possibility? Because politicians are being punished for different reasons at the election stage.
Yeah, but
either because of lack of performance or lack of trust.
As a politician,
yes.
If you come to me to talk, I will assess your electoral value. What matters in a politics, in an electoral political system, is electoral value. I'll look at you and ask for your electoral value, and I told you that there are people who brought a ticket that you think, by your own estimation, is balanced in their place, and that ticket lost. Not because of the faith of the ticket, but because the people promoting the ticket do not have electoral value. And so no matter what you do, the anger that you are trying to insinuate...
Not me. Well, members of your party.
The anger that they are talking about...
The reason why they said they endorse Peter Obi...
I said the anger they're talking about is subject to the level of their electoral value. If they cannot deliver at the time when they had a ticket they were comfortable with, what will make them deliver today?
Does it mean that there is no Christian in the northern region of the country that can run as a running mate with your candidate?
Well, that is the decision of the candidate. It's his prerogative. I want Shewung as my running mate for certain reasons. There are reasons. This is politics. He has his own reasons for determining that this is the person I want.
He made an analysis and he said that in the southeast, your party will not get 25%. In the south-south, your party has no chance. And he mentioned about 7 or so states in the northern region of the country where he thinks your party doesn't stand a chance.
On what grounds?
Oh, he explained it yesterday.
Who?
Babachi Lawal.
Babachi Lawal, who cannot determine the electoral fortunes of his party in his village, will sit down here because he has access to television and he has access to Shehu to ask him questions. He start permutating about political...
As a former SGF.
I agree. As in power, in terms of political positions, yes, he had a very high position. But in terms of his electoral value, I want him to start telling me what are his own electoral values, beginning from his...
But what he said, I mean, look at what he said.
I'm looking at what he said.
He said that your party does not stand a chance.
But I am telling you that he does not represent a credible assessment.
No, leave the man alone. Let's talk about the issue he raised. He said your party does not stand a chance.
Our party stands a chance.
Explain to us how your party stand a chance in the Southeast. Would the Southeast vote your party against Peter Obi?
Well, we have at least two governors in the Southeast, and we have some political heavyweights in the Southeast. If the Southeast did not like the party completely, why are these people found in our party?
No, Babache Lawa explained the reason why I think your party does not stand a chance.
And you prefer his reason to mine?
No, I'm asking, I'm trying, no, leave me out of it. Leave the personality. Just see me as a bunch of Nigerians asking you these questions.
Yeah.
You know, because you represent your party.
I do.
So, no, the question is, he gave analysis, and I wanted you to analyze also to defend your party, because the reason we're having this conversation was because the man spoke against the chance of your candidate and your party yesterday, and he endorsed the Labour Party, and that's why we are asking you that he said your party does not stand a chance. In fact, your party will come a distant third.
Well, that's his own analysis.
So what is your own analysis?
My own analysis is that my party will come first.
Okay. Bola Tinubu was in Baramoto Kingdom today, and he had a few things to say. He was, in fact, he was being given a chieftaincy title. Not only him, most of those who went with him on the presidential campaign of the APC also got some chieftaincy title, including sitting ministers and the governorship candidate of the APC in Delta State. Let me allow you to listen to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the APC.
One says he's Atiku. How many times has it been running?
Always on the run.
It's always on the run, and he's tired. Tell him to go and sit down. Enough is enough. The other one, that one, I think na statistic we go chop. A lie with arithmetic that no Indian can solve it. To mention his name is a disgrace to myself. I won't mention the name. Wrong arithmetic, wrong statistics, warehouse economy, and that's not what Nigeria needs.
Bola Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the APC there. That was in Baramoto Kingdom earlier today. To wrap up now, we had another guest on the program, and based on what your candidate said, he has pitched himself against two of the frontline candidates. And he speaks as though he's better than them. And the man, the Labour Party spokesperson, said that Nigerians cannot vote for Bola Tinubu based on some of the reasons he gave, and that he thought that Bola Tinubu may not be able to stand shoulder to shoulder to some leaders of the world. As a final thought on the program, based on what Bola Tinubu said in Baramoto Kingdom today, how would you defend your candidate? What would you be telling Nigerians in terms of the capacity of your candidate to be Nigeria's next president?
Well, in a very short and simple thing, we have a candidate that says, this is what I have done. And given an opportunity, this is what I can do more. It's not like saying, give me an opportunity, I know how to do it, but I have not done it before. No, our candidate says, this is what I have done, and this is what I'm capable of doing, and this is how I'm going to do it. And that is the basis of our campaigns. And this is why we are saying that Bola Tinubu is. And mark you, of all the candidates that are parading themselves as presidential candidates, none has this pedigree of identifying talents, nurturing talents, and allowing talents to perform to the best of their ability in the within the governance space. That is one advantage Bola Tinubu is coming with.
Thank you so much indeed, Mr. Hammer Sajo, a chieftain of the APC and former commissioner in Adamawa State. Thank you so much indeed.
And a member of the PCC.
And a member of the PCC. That seems to be a national position, because tomorrow, you will say that trumps the Adamawa State appointment that you had, because that's the national level. That's how you politicians see it. You've moved up.
I moved up. Thank you very much.
Good friend.
I'm grateful.
Thank you so much.
I'm grateful.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to be speaking to some of your Christian friends in the APC, because some of them are not happy.
We will understand.
The other part, the other side, who said, Mr. Babachi Lawa, that those are his statements. I understand that they are with the PDP.
We will understand them. We will understand ourselves with our brothers. We have lived long enough.